Well, welcome back everyone to another edition of the Coach Paul Grant Show for ETBU Women's Soccer. We are once again talking about an undefeated Lady Tiger soccer team that's coming off of a decent road trip, coached over to Mississippi here over the past weekend. Picked up a win over Millsaps on Friday, and then fought to a really tough tie against an NAIA school, a 2-2 against Belhaven, also there in Jackson. Coach, just kind of give us an overview of what the trip was like and what you saw on the field from the Tigers.
Friday we got off to a really slow start. Got off the bus and played an hour later. Probably wasn't the best decision on my part, but there was a rhyme and reason why we did that. Also, if that happens during the year, we've already done it, been there. Surface at Millsap, the old school turf, played real quick, not your normal bounce. Took us a while to get used to that, and also with the football lines and lacrosse lines. But I think once we settled in, we were okay. On Saturday, played Belhaven on a grass field, small grass field. I think it might have been 63 by 108, maybe. So there was some adversity there this weekend, but did well. Had to adjust, and that's part of this game, or any game. But did well, found some things out. Our job is still, for our staff, our job's still going to be tough about picking who's going to be playing. So that's a positive.
You mentioned last week about the quick turnaround. Obviously, the game on Friday started at 5, and then you turn around and play again at 1 on Saturday. How did your team respond to that?
Yeah, I think they did well. They played very well on Saturday compared to Friday. They got in it right away, got after it right away. Also, you have some lulls, just like you would in any 90-minute sport, but they did it well. They got off the bus, warmed up, and it was a whole other team compared to Friday.
The tie, obviously, it's better than a loss. It's not like a win, but it's better than a loss. It keeps you undefeated. That was the first time all year that you had allowed at least 2 goals in a game, so you've got to be real happy with your defensive play to this point.
Yeah, Saturday, one of the positives about Saturday is we go up 1-0, then 10 minutes later we're down 2-1. So it was good to see them fight back, battle. Obviously didn't quit. Had some chances to win it. But defensively, yeah, we're still sorting some pieces out, to be honest. We don't have it sorted out quite yet, but I think we're getting a lot closer along.
Got your first player of the week this week with Boo Davis being named the Offensive Player of the Week in the conference. And it was well-deserving, obviously. She scored 3 of the 4 goals, and both goals on Friday, or actually both goals on Saturday, and then assisted the other one on Friday. So a pretty good week for her offensively, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's coming around. It's, again, putting the pieces together, but you've got to have somebody that's going to put the ball in the net for you, and she's kind of been that person, obviously, in the past. And with her getting the opportunities, obviously, from the ball she's receiving from other players, she's able to finish, and that's obviously what you want.
Now, another big weekend coming up this week. Obviously, we talk about the unbeaten record, but I think you mentioned yesterday it doesn't really mean a whole lot now. Everybody's 0-0 again. So taking a trip out to Howard Payne on Friday, then going to finish up at Mary Hardin Baylor. And you and I also were talking yesterday. This is one of those trips that can define your season. Whether, obviously you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but these are 2 teams that you're going to be fighting with as far as getting a playoff spot.
Yeah, they are. Our conference has gotten so much stronger than when I started 5 years ago. But yeah, Mary Hardin Baylor, Howard Payne, obviously conference tournament last year. We finished right behind them, so it'll be a battle. But yeah, you want to go in this weekend, obviously, and continue the success you had in preseason. And I think we are pretty excited about that, what we had for a preseason, and look forward to taking it in this weekend and obviously coming back after this weekend having a successful road trip.
Well, that will be on Friday. The Tigers will be in Brownwood to play Howard Payne, and I believe that's a 2 o'clock start out there. And they'll turn around on Saturday, make the trip down to Belton and play Mary Hardin Baylor. And Coach will talk about those, what we hope to be a couple of wins here next week.
Thank you very much.
You bet.